What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today, what I want to get into, it's still some more fallout from the San Francisco 49ers versus the New York Jets on Monday Night Football. We got some quotes earlier today that I talked about. Robert Saleh with the media, Sauce Gardner talking about the Jets defense, and that's the story from this game, is the New York Jets defense, and just unfortunately not a good enough effort. But what I wanted to do today was talk about the surprise player that the New York Jets are missing the most, not the guy that most are probably thinking it is. Picture this: 700 pairs of nuts rescued from bad jeans. The hero? The perfect jeans. Say goodbye, wave goodbye to stiff cardboard denim and hello to comfort. These jeans fit like they were custom made, stretch like you wouldn't believe, and look fantastic. The fabric is as soft as a baby's bottom, and they're durable enough to survive her pulling them down daily. Hey now. The perfect jean also has a seriously massive range of sizes with 6 fits from skinny to thick, waist sizes from 26 up to 50, and lengths from 26 to 38. So it doesn't matter if you're a short king, thick daddy, or something in between, you can find the perfect fit for the body you're rocking. For a limited time, our listeners get 15% off their first order plus free shipping at the Perfect Jean NYC, or just Google the Perfect Jean and use code O'Leary15 for 15% off. So the big story right now is Haason Reddick's holdout, right? And look, I was tweeting about it during the game, and it's something that I stand by. Haason Reddick's absence was definitely felt. I stand by that. I think the Jets defense is better overall with Haason Reddick, and on third down in the limited pass rush reps that the New York Jets faced from Brock Purdy, he was not under pressure at all. He could stand back there and deliver the football. He also gets rid of the ball pretty quickly. Just good job distributing the football. Did a really good job. And also the Jets could not get anything home. So I believe it was 3 total pressures on 31 dropbacks, which is just not the rate we're used to seeing for the New York Jets. Usually they come in at a much higher clip, but Will McDonald was missing in action, which that's someone that you were hoping in Haason Reddick's absence that he'd be able to come in and perform. And it was a poor Jermaine Johnson game as well. So the guy that the Jets actually missed the most was John Franklin Myers. Yeah, John Franklin Myers, I think, was the guy that this defense really missed. The numbers weren't pretty last night in the run game. The 49ers ran for 180 yards on just 38 attempts, 2 rushing touchdowns as well. 38 attempts is a lot, but they were averaging well over 4 yards a carry. Really impressive showing from the 49ers on the ground. But a reason why I'm going to bring up John Franklin Myers is because, well, he's been one of the Jets' best run-defending defensive linemen over the last few years, and specifically under Robert Saleh. And what the Jets decided to do was, with the absence of Haason Reddick, they have Michael Clemens starting opposite of Jermaine Johnson. And he was a target for the 49ers. They ran at him a lot last night, and that's really supposed to be his calling card and his strength. Michael Clemens isn't really a pass rusher. He, in his rookie season in particular, was pretty solid against the run. Last year was not good. The weight's back on, and he was not good last night. There's a rep that's going viral against Dominic Pooney, a third-round rookie, who really blew him off the line of scrimmage, and it was just a rough night. Now, it's not all on Michael Clemens, although he is the player that is starting essentially in place for John Franklin Myers right now. In the first test, didn't pass. Michael Clemens didn't pass that, but it's not just Michael Clemens who didn't pass that test. It's the New York Jets for making a head-scratching decision a few months ago. The Jets traded away John Franklin Myers during the NFL draft to the Denver Broncos for a 2026 6th-round pick. And at the time, I go back to my reaction on the draft stream and my video after. I absolutely hated the move. I thought it was dumb to trade a quality starter, and the pushback, I guess, not they, but the pushback I got on it was he makes too much money. Well, he ended up reworking his deal with the Denver Broncos. His cap hit for this year is $5 million, and his cap hit in 2025 is $10 million. That's for his age 28 and 29 seasons. It's not like he's an old player already. He's still in the prime of his career. Michael Clemens is just entering his third season now. He's already 27 years old. He's only 1 year younger than John Franklin Myers, and we know what John Franklin Myers is in the league. He's done it for, 4 straight years now. Been a productive player, is 50 plus pressure guy over the last 4 years, and their best run defending edge. And they just said, we're not going to offer him a realistic reworked contract. We're comfortable with moving off him for a 6th round pick. And this is the result. I mean, it also would help again if Hassan Reddick is here, and I'm going to loop back to Hassan Reddick because again, I was getting some pushback on it. But my point is not only that, would Hassan Reddick help with the pass rush? It also keeps, Michael Clemens off the field a little bit. You don't have to, have him play close to 50% of snaps. We saw Will McDonald play close to 50% of snaps last night, and honestly, doesn't look ready. I don't want this to just be like, oh, I'm coming on here to bash Clemens. I want to go out of my way to bash him. I don't. I wish in a perfect world that last night he was able to come in and perform well against, the San Francisco 49ers, and that the Jets, would hold Jordan Mason to under 100 rushing yards and, hold the 49ers under 400 yards of offense. And I get it. Shanahan's a great play caller. They've, for years, both him and his father have gotten a ton out of these late round running backs. And this guy's, UDFA from a few years ago, but, he's big, and the Jets weren't ready. And there's just a lot of, part of it's excuses, but, there's a lot of things going up against the New York Jets in this matchup. It's just, I think if you ask anyone what their biggest takeaway, even the most casual Jet fan, maybe someone who doesn't, follow as much during the offseason, but they're here, they watch all 17 games, their takeaway is going to be, wow, I was really surprised with how bad the Jets' run game was, or the run defense really was. And the guy who they moved off of, who was good with that, was John Franklin Myers for seemingly no reason. That's the real head scratcher to me. I was upset in the offseason when, the Jets decided to move on from Bryce Huff. They pivoted, though, and traded for Hassan Reddick. They have to get him in here somehow. Again, I feel like this is just going to be a talking point forever and ever, amen here. But the Jets are a better defense with Hassan Reddick on the field. They also have major question marks on the defensive line when it comes to stopping the run. And for Clemens, man, he's going to have a bounce back performance against Tennessee. I thought they ran the ball okay in that game against Chicago in week 1. And the rest of this unit as a whole is going to have to bounce back. But the guy who was called just a Jag might have been the guy that the Jets missed the most yesterday. From both his pass rushing prowess, but really for his run defense, because that was ugly last night. Guys, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I am Matt O'Leary. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll catch you next time.